The year is 1775. The icy waters off the coast of Greenland are a symphony of groaning ice and howling wind. Aboard the British whaling ship, the Herald, the lookout squints against the biting cold, his eyes scanning the endless white horizon. Suddenly, he shouts, "Something is out there!" A dark shape, a vessel, drifting silently, unnaturally still amidst the shifting ice floes. As the Herald draws closer, the name becomes visible, painted faintly on the stern. Octavius. The ship is a chilling sight. Its sails are ripped to shreds, flapping like ghostly rags in the wind. The wooden hull is cracked and covered in a thick layer of ice. There's no sign of life, no sound, just an eerie silence that seems to absorb the noise of the sea itself. It's a ghost ship, a derelict lost in the Arctic wasteland. Despite the palpable fear rippling through the crew, their captain, driven by a sailor's curiosity, orders a boat lowered. A small party rows across the churning, icy water, their oars dipping into the Black Sea. The air grows colder, heavier, as they approach the silent vessel. Climbing aboard the Octavius is like stepping into a frozen tomb. The deck is slick with ice, the ropes stiff and brittle. Every surface is coated in a frosty sheath, preserving the ship in a state of suspended decay. The boarding party calls out, their voices swallowed by the oppressive silence. No one answers. Hesitantly, they make their way towards the captain's cabin. The door is frozen, solid, sealed shut by years of accumulated ice. With a heavy heave, they pry it open, the sound of splintering wood echoing across the dead ship. What they see inside will haunt them for the rest of their lives. There, at his desk, sits the captain. He's slumped forward, a pen clutched in his frozen hand, his eyes wide and staring at the logbook open before him. The ink on the page is frozen mid-stroke, capturing his final moment for eternity. He looks as if he simply paused his writing for a second, ready to continue at any moment. But the stillness, the profound, deathly cold, tells a different story. He is a statue of ice, a man locked in time. The crew of the Herald stands in horrified silence, gazing at the frozen captain, a testament to a tragedy they can't yet comprehend. Driven by a morbid need to understand, the search party moves deeper into the ship's frozen heart. They push open the doors to the crew's quarters. The scene is just as ghastly. Sailors lie in their bunks, wrapped in thick wool blankets, their bodies perfectly preserved by the relentless cold. They appear to be sleeping, but it's a sleep from which they will never wake. Each face is a frozen mask, their last breaths turned to frost in the air. Down below deck, the discovery is even more heartbreaking. A woman, likely the captain's wife, is found in a cabin, huddled over the body of a small child. They are frozen together in a final, desperate embrace, their love immortalized by the cruel Arctic frost. Everywhere the men from the Herald look, death stares back, silent, eternal, and perfectly preserved. The Octavius is not just an abandoned ship. It is a floating mausoleum. With trembling hands, the Herald's captain takes the logbook from the frozen desk of his counterpart. He brings it back to his own ship, away from the haunting silence of the Octavius. As the crew gathers around, he begins to read the entries aloud. The story that unfolds is one of ambition and disaster. The Octavius had set sail from England way back in 1761 on a prosperous journey to China. After successfully completing its trade mission, the captain, filled with confidence, decided to attempt a legendary feat, to sail home not around Africa, but through the treacherous, uncharted Northwest Passage. It was a shortcut that promised fame and fortune, but it was a gamble against the most unforgiving environment on Earth. The log entries chronicle their journey into the Arctic. The initial tone is optimistic, but it slowly descends into desperation. They write of impassable ice, dwindling supplies, and a cold so profound it seemed to seep into their very bones. Then, the entries become more sporadic. The final entry, the one the captain was writing when death claimed him, is dated November 11th, 1762. A chilling realization dawns on the crew of the Herald. If the last entry was from 1762, and the year is now 1775, it means the Octavius, with its frozen crew, has been adrift in the Arctic for 13 years. For over a decade, this ghost ship has been sailing the remote oceans, a silent tomb carried by currents and winds, its dead crew forever on a voyage to nowhere. The horror of the discovery is too much to bear. The crew of the Herald, deeply shaken, wants nothing more to do with the cursed vessel. They took only the logbook as proof of their encounter and quickly sailed away, leaving the Octavius to its fate. They watched as the ghost ship, with its frozen captain still at his desk, disappeared back into the fog and ice, swallowed once more by the Arctic wilderness. The Octavius was never seen again. It vanished as mysteriously as it had appeared, taking its silent, frozen crew back into the realm of legend. The story of the ghost ship Octavius spread like wildfire through the ports and taverns of Europe. It became a cautionary tale whispered among sailors, a grim warning about the hubris of challenging the raw power of nature. The Arctic, they said, was a cursed place, and the Northwest Passage was a gateway to a frozen hell. To this day, the legend endures, while some historians question the story's authenticity, dismissing it as a tall tale for those who sail the seas. The Octavius remains one of the most chilling maritime mysteries ever told. A ship and its crew, frozen in time, forever caught between their daring ambition and their tragic folly. The Octavius is more than just a ghost story. It's a powerful reminder of the thin line that separates human courage from human recklessness. It speaks to our eternal fascination with the unknown, and the price that is sometimes paid for trying to conquer it. The story forces us to wonder what other secrets, what other frozen tragedies, still lie hidden in the cold, uncharted waters of our world, waiting to be discovered. The ocean keeps its secrets well, and the tale of the Octavius is one of its most haunting. Thanks for joining me on this voyage into one of history's iciest mysteries. What do you think happened to the Octavius? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoy tales of the strange and unexplained, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious.